Well, hello there, Aquarius. It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're going to be doing your February 2024 general tarot reading. We'll first take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move into the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's jump into it. Embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. And let's see, pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Okay, so I love both of these. Let's talk about this one because the first thing that came to mind was that on Saturday, Pluto moved out of Capricorn after being there since 2008, and it finally moved into your sign, right? And is truly like a new beginning for you, Aquarius. It's this energy of embracing enthusiasm, right? Of seeing the positive side to everything. It's like no longer that Capricorn energy of, just nose down, working really hard, the confining of the rules and the regulations, the roles that you have to play, trying to make other people in your life happy. This is the energy of, oh my goodness, life is good again. And with the energy of the pig spirit, use your mind wisely. That's the energy of even embracing ideas that seem like they could only happen when pigs fly, right? Because you see, he kind of has some wings there. It's that old saying of, well, that won't happen until pigs fly. And you're even embracing those energies because you just have this sense of, I can do anything. So Aquarius, Pluto is now in your first house of identity, right? Of how you perceive yourself and how you want other people to perceive you. And this is a sense of great transformation in how you view yourself. And with that Capricorn energy, you could have been feeling as if, your life was only happy if you could make other people happy, or it was just a struggle. It was a struggle to be your true authentic self because there was one reason or another where you felt like you couldn't really be who you really are. Happy and excited about life, trying new things, experiencing new things, right? There was one obstacle after another, a sense that things were not going to work out for you. Yeah, you just have this, look at underneath, decrease, fragmented energy. All of that Capricorn energy is now out of the way. We have a fresh start. And it's kind of like, I feel like that's you. You're embracing this fresh start. You're embracing this new energy that we're experiencing. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot and let's see what we have here. Okay, so your present energy is that you are on your spiritual path, okay? There's something here about taking a look at all of the situations, perhaps since 2008, that have really brought you this sense of abandonment, of self-doubt, of feeling like it doesn't matter how hard I try. Right? The things that I really want, the experiences that my heart is desiring are never going to come into fruition. They'll only happen when pigs fly. But here's the thing, because it is part of your spiritual journey, it's taking a look at what has occurred on your path that has drained you of your energy, right? Has had you doubting yourself or doubting the universe, right? Of stepping into this energy of feeling like, it's not meant for me. It's meant for everyone else, but it's not meant for me. Of feeling like everyone else can experience love, but I'm going to be orphaned. I'm never going to have those experiences. And I'm sending you a lot of love and hugs, Aquarius, because this is a difficult energy of allowing yourself to recognize how difficult the last 15 years may have been on your path, where you have had different situations where people may have left you, right? Abandoned you, maybe even when you needed them the most, where people didn't support you or your ideas, that they, doubted that you could do something, maybe even ridiculed your ideas, having you doubt yourself. I'm getting the energy. Some of you may have even been in romantic situations or in relationships of some sort where there is gaslighting involved, so that you're in a situation, or you've had to overcome the energy of doubting yourself because somebody planted those seeds in your mind. Yes, and this has been just very draining. The situations that you have encountered perhaps over the last 15 years have been very draining of your energy. And here you have this new energy bubbling up, a sense of enthusiasm, of knowing, okay, I've overcome all of this, and now I can step into a new path, something new and bright and beautiful. But one of the things is that we sometimes have to get to the point where we can feel we're grateful for the painful situations that have occurred, allowing ourselves to forgive the past. And it doesn't condone anybody's actions. Forgiveness is really about allowing ourselves healing, allowing ourselves to walk away from a situation, knowing that you did your best in the situation. It allows you to have your freedom back from a past situation. When we don't stay in the energy of anger or frustration or resentment, and we allow ourselves to step back into an energy of love, a loving ourselves, loving what it is that we would like to manifest in our life. Yes, this is, you have the wounded warrior. It's been a long journey. And to be honest, you have this energy where you're ready to work on yourself, right? The Nine of Pentacles is the single lady card, but it's the energy of working on yourself, of having your independence. So one of the things I'm getting here is that if you feel a little bit detached from specific relationships, family relationships, friends, romantic, like you've had to pull yourself away, or perhaps for some of you, you didn't have a choice in the matter. So you've moved away from some people, and you could feel very much like, well, I'm on my own. But turning the mindset, and instead of having it, well, I've been abandoned, rejected, and now I'm on my own, it's kind of like embracing the energy. I'm on my own, right? I get to make the choices as I move forward. And instead of making those people a priority in my life, I'm allowing myself to step into this energy of loving myself, that I make myself a priority in my life. I feel like you've overgiven so much in the past to certain people or situations, and that is part of why you feel so drained. And perhaps you have either had to pull your time and energy away from certain people because you recognized how draining they were, or in other situations, it was a situation where somebody left you because they gave you the impression that you could never be enough for them, right? There was something better out there, and they were going to go after that. And that could have left you with this energy of, yes, I'm not good enough. And now I feel like you're really turning that around. You're understanding that that person or that situation, even though it was difficult, has also brought you a blessing of understanding just how strong you are, how resilient you are, how independent you are, even though you may not have wanted to be independent, although you're an independent sign, right? But at the same time, it's allowing yourself to have autonomy, to making the choices in your life that will help you to go after what your heart truly desires. What was in the past that has left your life or is leaving your life at this time, it's no longer for you. It has expired. You have gained everything you were meant to gain out of that situation. You're now at the point of accepting that that is no longer a situation that is meant for you, that there is something better. And sometimes that does mean that we have to put a little bit more effort into allowing ourselves to step away from that energy and to put it towards the new things that we are wanting to experience. It's kind of like a little bit of a muscle, right? Where we know what is good for us, and yet at the same time it doesn't come easy. So we have to kind of like allow ourselves to push through that energy of wanting to revert back to this, right? I can so relate because, you know, at certain times in my life when I have felt like this, is it really easy to allow ourselves to stay in that energy because we don't have literally the physical energy, right? The mindset of that is so physically draining of ourselves. So if you're feeling that way, I'm sending you lots of love and hugs, and to allow yourself to, even for a few minutes, right, embrace joy in your life in one way or another, however you can find that, right? Perhaps it's sitting next to the fire and just, you know, watching the flames and just, you know, getting back into your own energy, getting back into what your heart truly desires, allowing yourself to daydream about what it is that you would like it to experience as you move forward. Okay, you are definitely moving out of this, Aquarius. So it's understanding that there is something to allow yourself to take a look at. What are the blessings? Some difficult situations or endings have occurred in your life, but seeing the blessing around that so that you can go towards something else. You can embrace the beautiful new future. Okay, so let's see what your obstacle is. Yes, there's something here. You have the dark thoughts, but look at this. It's also an energy of knowing that becoming the Phoenix Rising. This is the Phoenix Rising card, right? That it takes time. It's not something, we can't heal from something overnight, especially if you have been conditioned to believe something from childhood, right? That you were here to make other people happy, or that the world worked in a certain way. And now you may see it in a different way, but it's so hard to change that mindset. And now that Pluto is in your first house, you may have had some people or situations that have left your life. So you lost also those roles. You lost your identity. It's a little bit like, you know, when my children, my youngest went off to college, right? And then all of a sudden you're an empty nester. And you may have spent, you know, the last, you know, depending on how many children you have, like the last 20 or 22 years raising kids, right? And your whole identity was around being a parent and caring for a child. And now all of a sudden they're gone, right? They're not really gone, but all of a sudden you have this hole in your schedule. And it's kind of like, okay, wait a minute. What am I going to put in that schedule? That's what it is here. It's the energy that something has left your life, but understanding that you have this beautiful new void, looking at it in a positive way. You have a void in your life. What is it that you would like to fill that void up with? It's allowing yourself to daydream, right? What would get me excited? What are some of the experiences that I have not yet had that now I have the time and the energy, you will have the energy to go after what my heart truly desires. It's kind of a hard, because I know, like, when over the last 15 years, I've lost so much in my life. And at times it was just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just so worn out from one tower moment after another. I can't even think about what it is that would make me happy. I just don't want another tower moment, right? And you can be in that position right now. But trying to find even a couple of minutes of joy and make a list of things that you can do that will help you to move into a higher vibration, right? Some of the things that I enjoy is like turning on some music that you like and dancing, right? Getting your body moving helps you to move into this higher vibration. Gets you into that energy of, okay, wait a minute. I want to participate in joyful things again. Watching an inspiring movie, you know, watching something that really gets your heart going and you're kind of like, okay, yes, you know. YouTube has a lot of just short videos, right? You don't have to watch a whole movie if you don't have that much time. Just a couple of short videos can change your mindset. It's about allowing yourself to start exploring what your heart would truly desire and knowing that it does take time. I feel like, you know, Aquarius, you're so quick and it's kind of like, okay, that's over. And you may be even saying, well, Pluto's in Aquarius. I should feel completely different. And I think you will very shortly. Okay. But it's kind of like understanding things take time. Things do take time. We have to allow ourselves that time to explore what it is our heart truly desires. Okay. So let's take a look at your advice. Yes. You have the anxiety. I think it's almost kind of like, you know, there's something that you want. Look at it. You have the milestone card and the justice card. There's a little bit where I feel like you think there's something that you really want, okay? And with the anxiety card, you're afraid that it's not going to come out to play, that the universe isn't on your side, that balance can't happen for you, right? That there's almost an energy where you may feel like somebody got the better end of a deal, whether that's like maybe in a divorce settlement or the ending of a business partnership or some other situation in your life, and that you're also not going to ever have what it is that you truly want, okay? Because something didn't work out in your favor and it's kind of like stuck in your mindset. So taking a look at that, what's the blessing there? Maybe that didn't work out for you, but perhaps it's because there's something better for you out there. You know, it's a really kind of an interesting energy. I feel like you feel a little bit like you got the short end of a stick in some way. Or maybe you feel like everybody around you is able to get what they want, but you're not able to. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, you have the strength. My goodness, this is beautiful. What you're wanting is available to you because you have the Lover's card, choosing what your heart truly desires and having the strength and the courage to go after it by getting enthusiastic about not allowing the fears, the anxieties to hold you back. You know, you're having a strong message here from your angels and your spirit guides telling you that it is available. You may be saying it'll only happen when pigs fly, but here's the energy. It is available for you when you choose to believe that it's available for you. That no matter what has happened in the past, that is in the past. A new day is dawning for you, right? And it's the energy of embracing enthusiasm. Embrace it, right? It says, shout to the heavens with happiness. Shout to the heavens and say, I know it can happen for me. Maybe it hasn't happened for me yet, but I know it is available for me, and I believe that it will come into fruition. It's a little bit about allowing the divine to bring you what it is that you want. I feel like you're almost kind of like blocking it because you don't want to be disappointed again because you've had so much disappointment in the past. But allowing yourself to say, today's a new day. Today is a new day. I'm allowing myself to be positive about the future. I'm allowing myself to go after what my heart desires. I'm allowing myself to believe that I can have all that my heart desires. Wow, that's a beautiful message. And I really do. I'm sending you much love and hugs because I think you have been through a lot. And it's this energy of overcoming the mindset of thinking that's the way life is always going to be. It's not. And that's what your guides are wanting you to know. You are cherished by your angels. You are cherished by the divine. You deserve everything that it is that your heart truly desires. You deserve all of it. And it's allowing yourself to believe that and to move into that energy of embracing the enthusiasm that we need to acquire, right? We need to have in order to allow the good to happen. If we sit there and say it's never going to happen for me, well, guess what? Our words create our reality. It's when we start using those positive words, even if you don't feel like it at first. Aquarius, I've been there, right? Even if you don't feel like it at first, it's allowing yourself to continue to say it until you believe it. Allowing yourself to step into that light. You know, they're showing me like the sun shining on her face, right? It's time to allow the sun to shine on your face, to step into this bright new energy, to know that Pluto in Capricorn is over. This is a new day. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Aquarius, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, this one popped out. So let's see. From whom can I release my judgment right now? Yes. And with the, the Libra energy here, right? This is an energy of judging what is right and what is wrong, right? And perhaps being a little bit, I don't know, like focused on what is fair and not fair in the world or in a certain situation that you've had. And I see this, I've lived it myself, where you have a situation that comes into your life and you just absolutely feel like it's not fair. There's something totally not fair. And it's like, you can't change that situation. There is something here about accepting that something isn't fair. Okay. And realizing, okay, I'm not going to put any more time and energy into trying to make something fair or make somebody apologize to me or make somebody pay me for something that has happened. Instead, what I'm going to do is focus on the future, allowing yourself, and it's not condoning anybody's behavior or actions, right? But at some point, we have to allow ourselves to pull our energy back because I feel like whatever the situation is, it's almost like you're trying to make it equal or fair, get your fair share, but you're putting so much time and energy into it, you're drained. And instead, there's this bright new world for you to experience. It's allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm giving it up to the universe. This is karma too, allowing the universe to let karma play out for somebody else. I've been there, and that is sometimes really hard, right? When somebody, especially if it involves like money, right? Like a large sum of money or something, allowing yourself to say, okay, I have to walk away from this because I feel like you've put so much time and energy into it. You're just not getting what you think is fair out of this situation. It's giving it up to your spirit guides and angels and just saying, okay, I'm going to allow the universe to take care of this situation and put my time and energy towards things that bring me joy. Yeah. Okay. So it says, judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. Yeah, and that's the energy that I had at the very beginning, Aquarius, right? About seeing the blessing, being grateful for something that maybe doesn't seem fair to you, right? Somebody's actions don't seem fair to you, but it's also understanding there's a blessing here. What is, it's God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. Something has been taken from you. It may not seem fair, but allow yourself to move towards the future. Get excited about where you're going, understanding that this is over and I'm putting my energy towards the future. And as you get down the path, you'll be able to look back and say, oh, yes, that really wasn't meant for me, right? And it may be that you don't have all of the information yet. Maybe this is a situation that your spirit guides and angels are really trying to protect you from, and they're allowing you freedom from it. It says something about release yourself from the shackles, right? Release yourself from the shackles of this situation so you can go towards something that is much brighter for you. Yes. And I can tell you from my experience, I've had situations like that. And now I can look back and say, oh my goodness, yes, I really tried to get that to work and it didn't work out. And then I had to turn and go in a different way. And now I can look back and say, oh my goodness, that was such a blessing. It's like a blessing in disguise, allowing your spirit guides and angels to direct your attention somewhere else. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. Once again, if you haven't checked out my Pluto in Aquarius video, you may want to check that out. It also has a free reflection journal activity that you may enjoy, especially with this energy here. All right, I hope to see you again soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.